Hello my beautiful friends, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, welcome. So I'd like to start off by saying thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. You guys are so amazing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, I would love to have you guys and to have you join our Soul Compass community and collective that we're creating here. So that being said, let's get started. So for this video, we're asking Spirit to tell us what is your divine path, like what is your divine purpose. Okay, some of you have been feeling led towards a certain path, and we're going to find out what that is. And if you don't know what your divine path is, like, you're here on this reading for a reason. So let's see what we can figure out for you guys here. So some of you may resonate with more than one card, and that's okay. The timestamps will be listed below. And let's get started. I'll give you guys a minute to choose your pile, and I will see you there. So just before we begin, I'm going to read you guys the cards here. We have number 18, Guide. We have number 12, Devoted. Number 24, Generous. And we have number 30, Creative. Okay, so I'll see you guys at your reading. Hello pile number 1, thank you guys for tuning in. So we are asking Spirit, what is your divine path? What have you come to this video to find out, basically? Okay, so let's get started. We have Guide here, and we have this beautiful woman here who is being led to like distant lands perhaps, or this is like the pyramids behind her. This could also be, I don't think, hold on, this isn't the pyramids behind her, but it does look like some sort of desert area, right? So it's kind of like you guys are, you know, like drawn to this card because there's something here about going to perhaps a distant land, or maybe daydreaming about distant lands or something like that, maybe traveling as well, but we will see. I'm gonna get more cards here to see if we can get the whole picture. Spirit for pile number 1, what is their divine path? Okay, we have Seductive. We also have Self-Centered. Okay, that's interesting. And at the bottom of the deck we have Indecisive, Expressive, Committed. Okay. So, something here is giving off this maybe seductive energy to you. Something is really deeply drawing you in. But I'm also seeing here that you guys are guided to take care of yourself more, like become more self-centered a little bit, right? Like there's bees around her here that symbolizes like busyness. Okay. So we're gonna read a little bit from the guidebook here to see what other messages want to come out. So we have 18, 28, and 16. So 18. 18 guide. So this is about self-knowledge and expression. The key words are jollity, initiatives, commitment, and renewal. So let's see. So it says, this card invites you to express your inner child, zest for life, and carefree personality. Your inner child wants to be free from obligations and responsibilities. They ask you to divest yourself of that which encumbers you, weighs on your shoulders, or eclipses your inner sun. Careful, this isn't a call to quit everything and be reckless. It says be irresponsible, but rather to enjoy life amply and freely. Lighten your load, be filled with wonder, and invest your energy in soul enriching things that fill you with joy and lightness. You are your inner child's needs. Such a wonder, lightness, play, innocence. How can you respect those needs and avoid telling your inner child to be quiet, hide, or disappear? Observe when your inner child can express itself or when you repress it, and see how it carves out a place in your adult life. Invest your energy in decisions and initiatives that are meaningful to you. If you've been hesitating, it's time to take the plunge. If you are sure of your choices. For this, you must ascertain what you really want. Know your desires and strengths. A long-term commitment will bring you many riches and great benefits. Don't be afraid of committing to a path, let alone a feeling of imprisonment. A feeling of imprisoned, hemmed in or blocked, because a situation can always evolve. You know how to renew yourself where others might slide into inertia. Dare to invest your energy fully despite the inevitable sacrifices, because it takes time for projects to mature. In the end, you'll reap beautiful fruits. Stay flexible, adaptable, and joyful. Your joy lets you know if you are still on the right path with the right energy. And then it says, persevere and leave nothing undone. Don't give up and see things through to the end. If you tend to leave projects or tasks unfinished, it's time either to wrap them up, or imagine you've erased their traces, just like how you're walking on these sand dunes, right? If you feel guilty about not finishing, apologize by visualizing your new path with the motivation and momentum to finish. Honor your commitments, persevere, and don't forget you're investing energy towards your own happiness. And that's what it is. It's kind of like being self-centered. Be a little bit more self-centered, right? Be a little bit more selfish here. It's letting you know, okay? Like, you're on a path that will require you to be more selfish, right? But you're under bottom of the deck is saying indecisive, right? But you're kind of sitting like on the fence between, should I take the leap and follow what my path is, even though it may lead you to places you've never been to before, right? It doesn't need to be physically, it could also be mentally, right? It's like a new way of thinking about things. And also just choose yourself, right? Choose to like be somebody who is going to do what's best for them, okay? So it says here, challenges for you. It says, use your intuition to choose one of these tools or invent one of your own. It says, end a situation that is no longer right for you, that stifles your inner child. Then choose from your heart what your soul is calling. Make a choice that eases other possibilities. Then fully invest your energy in that choice. Fix achievable deadlines for projects. Take stock of times when you didn't see things through to the end and ask yourself why. Do you need to adjust your personality traits? Do you have fears? Find out how you can remedy this tendency for the next time you embark on something. How you can maintain a pure and indefatigable force of momentum and motivation. Make a list of what or who you commit to. Sign it and fix an achievable deadline, committing yourself to what must be achieved. Don't turn away from this deadline, whatever it takes, before having achieved your aims. So this card appears because you have an important vital potential. You carry the energy of spring within you, the power and magic to make flowers rise, out of the earth, nurture seeds, spread roots, and make buds blossom. Perhaps you don't tap into this creative power, this impulse of life, or you are not in the right time or place. So it says here, the challenges for you. It says, redirect this energy to where it is needed, such as in projects that matter to you. Bring a project to life that you've kept inside you for a long time. Sort out your belongings, tidy up and clean out a place that needs it. Then add a touch of magic to it, such as positive energy, feng shui, a feng shui layout, a spritz of fruity perfume, or shades of color. If you have been lacking in energy lately, it's time to wake up and start moving towards your heart's aspirations again. Okay, very interesting. Let's see what seductive is. Number 28. Seductive. So this is your shadow. It says impulsiveness, manipulation, games, and excess. So this could be what is kind of holding you back, okay? Okay, so it says here, this card invites you to work on your shadow side. This is the dark part of your being, which expresses itself through negative character traits. Embrace your shadow without judgment, benevolently and lovingly. When you act from the darkness part of you, it is in pain, and your ego is setting up protection strategies to preserve you. So it says, reflect upon the traits below in which you recognize yourself. You are invited to regulate excess in your potential for greater inner peace and joy. It says, you can be too impulsive. You can act without thinking, carried away by your passions, and you sometimes regret your actions or excesses. You may not realize the consequences of your actions, and you may be stubborn even if hearing you were in the wrong. You can be manipulative and seductive, using your magnetic power to charm, because when you do get what you want, you seduce to win favors, consciously or unconsciously, to obtain support, achieve your goals, or even be loved. Okay, you can be too extroverted. Everyone knows when you're somewhere. No one can escape your presence. For instance, you may talk too loudly, gesture wildly, move incessantly, or constantly grab attention. Do you recognize yourself in any of these traits? If the answer is yes, can you recognize why you act this way and what you are trying to protect yourself from? So this card also reminds you to listen to your deep feelings and your inner wisdom before speaking up, acting, or allowing your impulses, or following your impulses. Be aware of the consequences of your actions and apologize to those you offend when the excessive behavior injures or wearies them. Observe the moments when you seduce or manipulate others to take advantage, to your advantage, even if it seems inconsequential and you think it doesn't hurt them. To diffuse the way of being, be honest with yourself and others, expressing your expectations and needs clearly instead of hypnotizing your audience to serve your own interests. Remember, you are likable without having to overdo it. Others will help you if you if they think it is right, and you can give back in balance. Remember, you matter and exist for others without needing to be expansive all the time. Even when you are silent, discreet, calm, and inwardly connected, your presence can be felt. Your essence or energy shines. Learn to leave room for others. Your presence is pleasant and important without needing to overdo it. What intentions can you set, or what commitments can you make? Very interesting. Okay, so this is kind of about, maybe in the past you felt unseen or unheard, and now you need to kind of be like flashy. Maybe this is kind of like you in the physical realm. This is what your shadow is. Like you feel the need to be louder, bigger, brighter than other people, than the people around you, because you're afraid that being who you truly are will kind of like blur into the background. And it's letting you know that that's not the case, that you are special and you are beautiful and you're amazing just as you are, and the right people do see you. Okay, so you don't need to be all out there for people, because it'll end up attracting the wrong people, right? Number 16, we have self-centered. Number 16, self-centered. This is a shadow. This is indecision, selfishness, immaturity, procrastination. It says, this card invites you to work on your shadow side. This is the dark part of your being, which expresses itself through negative character traits. Embrace your shadows without judgment, benevolently and lovingly. When you act from the darkness part of you, it is in pain, and your ego is setting up protective strategies to preserve you. So it says here, reflect upon the traits below in which you recognize yourself. You are invited to regulate excesses in your personality for greater inner peace and joy. So it says here, you are indecisive. It is difficult to commit, make decisions and choices, or invest in things long term. Like a bee, you forge left and right according to your mood. but are unable to offer your presence, time, care, and care to someone or something. You display selfish behavior. You tend to think about your own comfort and well-being and not consider others' needs and demands. Perhaps you think the world revolves around you, or maybe you're narcissistic, sometimes lying and manipulating to get what you want, even if you feel guilty about it later. You are disruptive. You sometimes don't notice others' suffering, weariness, or fatigue because you can be highly strung and self-centered, boastful and playful like a child with boundless energy. You may do too much and not consider the importance of what others are doing and disrupt them for unimportant and superficial things. You act immaturely. You are like a child woman stamping her foot and showing impatience when it comes to getting what she wants. You are sometimes capricious, indifferent, or sulky when things don't turn out to your advantage or don't happen as you'd like, or someone doesn't keep their promises. You procrastinate. You delay your tasks and missions to follow what calls you in the moment, or lose yourself in daydreams. So it says, do you recognize yourself in any of these traits? If the answer is yes, you can recognize why you act this way and what you are trying to protect yourself from. So these are all like self-sabotaging traits, basically. It's keeping you from listening to your inner guide here, okay? So it says, this card reminds you to renounce something. By renouncing, you leave room for more important things and can put your energy in growing what your heart chooses, which begins a great satisfaction, even if it seems frightening or difficult to choose one course of action because it feels confining or restrictive, or you fear success. It's time to express your maturity or know-how by tapping into your abilities to organize, be present, motivate, and be dedicated. Become more altruistic. Consider others' needs and priorities. Listen to what they say. Take them seriously and help or take care of them without forgetting your own heart and soul. Learn to settle down. Lower your excess energy when you are high-strung or agitated to see things clearly, so you can redirect that overflowing energy towards your goals and aims, or the calling of soul or divine will. It says, be rigorous and responsible. This isn't boring. Responsibility may bring great satisfaction if you take charge of something you care about. Create lists of things to do and do them with joy. Don't push things back to later, and don't flit aimlessly or turn aside from fear of failure. What intentions can you set, or what commitments can you make? Very interesting messages, kind of like a little bit of tough love in there for you guys, but it's tough love because it wants you, like Spirit wants you to grow, right? It wants you to follow that path, but first it's letting you know that this is kind of what's holding you back. Like any self-sabotage, or fear of failure, or choosing fear over, something that you love, is only holding you back. Okay, so we're going to clarify and see what Spirit wants to tell us with the tarot. Spirit, please tell us. Okay, this is the Eight of Wands. So some downloads, some messages are incoming for you guys. Okay, this is also you sending like your wishes into the ethers, like sending your wishes to the universe, right? The arrows are going up and seeing what will come back. Okay, like this is like something that you're really passionate about, because the wands represent what you're passionate about. This is the Page of Wands. It's like the Page of Wands, and the Rider-Waite is someone who's like in the middle with like pyramids behind him, and he's taking an adventure. And this is her kind of like starting a new adventure, but you have sunflowers behind you, which is like, they kind of follow the sun, right? There's a sun behind you here. So, and there's a sun here, right? This is all like sun energy, right? Being like energized here. Let's get more information. The Ace of Swords. This is like a potential for a new beginning that is like truthful, right? It's also a new beginning that will lead you to victory here. Okay. We also had the Knight of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the the Two of Pentacles. It's like Knight of Swords energy is like moving, like he can be very like moving too quickly, but also he's very like perfectionistic. So that's what could be also like a self-sabotaging trait. Like the Two of Swords, with the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. This is the Two of Swords. So it's kind of like fighting against your heart and your head here. Okay. But also in the regular Rider-Waite, it's kind of like she's like indecisive about moving on, or should she stay or should she go, kind of thing, right? Two of Pentacles is also like juggling between like love and fear, like but also going with the ebbs and flows of life. Okay. The Page of Cups, fantasizing about like having this dream that you want to come to fruition. Okay. And the Wheel of Fortune is like turning in your favor. This is what destiny, this is like your divine path, right? You also have the Ten of Wands, like carrying a heavy burden, and the Ten of Swords. Ten of Wands to the Ten of Swords, carrying a heavy burden, something coming to an end. These are like all endings of like the path that you've already been on that hasn't been working for you. Okay. Like I see here that you're going to be, or you have been disappointed in the past with the Five of Cups here, but you're holding these two cups that hold new beginnings for you. Okay. These ones have already been spilled. They're broken. They're shattered. Like you can't even pick up the glass to fill the water with it again, or whatever beverage is in there, right? Okay. So let's keep going. Spirit, what other messages for Padawan's divine path? Like this is kind of like telling me also follow your true north. Like it's pointing to the north, right? Everything is like everything is pointing up. So it's letting me know that it's up and up from here. The Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Like ultimate fulfillment. Like happiness is on the way here. Okay. Like once you've like acknowledged this shadow part of you, like the part of you that wants to self-sabotage, the part of you that wants to be like a perfectionist, like recognizing that even perfectionism is a tactic for self-sabotage. Okay, this is the Nine of Swords. It's like being kept up at night, right? Being in your head. Like it's a kind of like you want to follow your true north, but also you're overthinking. This is overthinking energy, right? This could be like overthinking something that you truly love here. And the Chariot at the bottom of the deck is like you are divinely guided, right? The universe is behind you here. Like look at that, the sun is behind him. It's like illumination. Like you have the information, or you're going to come across the information that you need to take control and to move in the direction that you need to go to. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. Oh. Okay. Spirit, what other messages? This is the Three of Swords. It's like this overthinking energy is literally going to lead you to disappointment, or perhaps you've disappointed yourself. It's kind of like, or you've been through a disappointment in the past, right? Or maybe this is what you're afraid of as well. This is like in your fears. Like we'll clarify more and find out what this Three of Swords is. We have the Seven of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Just gonna move everything to Seven of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. This is like having options, but also daydreaming about who you have the potential to be, which is the Queen of Pentacles, somebody who has everything, somebody who's nurturing, somebody who has accomplished their goals, right? And they're on the other side of that. So whatever you are going through here, I see that even though the path is kind of painful or has been painful, I'm seeing here you will get to where you want to be. Okay. The world. Yeah, you will get to where you want to be. This is like death and rebirth here with the snake that's kind of eating its own tail, right? And you're coming out victorious. You're coming out on top. You've kind of conquered all the elements here, like fire, air, wind, water, earth, right? Eight of Swords. This is kind of feeling like insecure or feeling trapped, like you're trapping yourself within these swords, like trapping your heart, right? It's kind of like you overthought something to where it's kind of kept you hostage a little bit here. Okay. Spirit, any more messages? King of Cups. So, and the Empress at the bottom. So you are divinely guided towards the Tower of Justice. Like, you have 4 major arcanas here. It's like something that you're not going to see coming, but like it's something that you wish for to come from the heavens down to earth. Okay, like it's kind of like giving birth. It takes time to give birth, right? Like it takes 9 months from something from the heavens to come down to earth. Okay. And this is kind of gonna like shake the foundations that you've built so far, but it's what needs to happen to bring things back into balance for you guys. Okay, this is the Six of Wands, like victory. Okay, victory is coming in, but there's a King of Cups here. King of Cups. This could be something that you really love, something that you're going towards, something that you love, something that's going to also bring you stability, something that's going to give you that emotional fulfillment. Okay, kind of want to clarify, Spirit, what is incoming? What is this Eight of Wands? The King of Swords. So I'm seeing here that this is like your time to take things seriously with the King of Swords. It's kind of like take control of these emotions, take control of the emotions that you're feeling. It's kind of like sending off your wishes to the universe, but also keeping your thoughts in control about, is this going to come to fruition or not? Okay, like he's also associated with like kind of like higher learning, logic. So you guys could be doing school or getting into something like that. Let's see what we also have the Two of Wands. It's like looking at a new direction here. This is what you guys need to do. Look at a new direction completely, because the past one hasn't worked out. Okay, I dropped some cards here. Okay. So, Ace of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Queen of Cups to the King of Cups. So, a brand new beginning after something that was disappointing to you. But that something that was disappointing to you made you really aware of your emotions and made you kind of protect your emotions more. Okay, so let's see, the Ten of Wands, and it's almost been like you protected your emotions to the point where it's kind of like you're that's been a burden, like you need to have some sort of release here. The Five of Pentacles. So this could have been something that you abandoned here. Like the Three of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords. Like Three of Swords twice. This could be a heartbreak of some sort. Like, I'm not gonna say it's romantic, although there are romantic like indications here. Like, everybody's dealing with something different, but your divine path here is to move away from this energy. Yeah, I was gonna say to alchemize this energy. These cards are like flipped upside down. To alchemize this energy. Okay, into something else, to see it as kind of like a gift from the universe here. Okay, because all this self-sabotage, all this kind of like mind games that you or somebody else could have been playing, and you're holding on to that as if it's become like your identity almost. You need to let that go and just close that cycle, because I see it closing anyway. Okay, the Five of Pentacles could be also like spiritual poverty. Okay, which means like you don't have faith in your own dreams, you don't have faith in your own, like you kind of have the self-sabotaging energy every time you feel like you feel like you need to start something or going towards your divine path or going towards your calling. You self-sabotage it because you don't have faith in it. And this is what it's showing me here. You don't have faith. Like, you keep holding on to an old story that just doesn't matter anymore, right? Like in the After Tarot, it's showing me like in the After Tarot, the Four of Pentacles, there's death behind him. Like, it's kind of like you need to let it go, because death is about letting things go, like transforming, like to have a rebirth, right? Like, it's kind of like death comes for us all. Like, the end of things happened for us all. Like, nothing is forever. Okay, so whatever it is you're holding on to here, ruminating over, it's causing you to self-sabotage yourself. Okay. Yeah, move away. It's literally saying just move away from this energy. Like, keep walking. Keep walking away from what no longer is serving you. Like, start walking in your path. Like, this path here, it's telling you to, like, just take baby steps. Okay, take some baby steps towards it. Yep, 2 cards of moving away here with a Six of Wands. Sorry, Six of Swords. Moving away from troubled waters. Yeah, it's telling you here that yes, you can grieve. Like, you can go through the 5 stages of grief here. This is him going through the 5 stages of grief, but eventually you're gonna have to turn around, pick up these 2 cups, and transform them into something beautiful. Okay, there's nothing left for you in the back there. So basically, all together, it's telling me that whatever self-sabotaging energy here, you need to move away from it, because you're moving away from the 8 of Cups to the 9 of Cups. Like, you might have to do something alone, right, to reach this higher self of yours. This is kind of like to reach this higher self. Like, this is the Queen of Pentacles. By doing that, you're alchemizing the energy. This is the Lovers and the Hermit. So to reach this wish fulfillment, you're going to have to listen to your higher self here, right? They're both listening to the angel. Like, listen to your higher self. It knows the way. Okay, and some of you might have to kind of sequester and go into quiet mode, like ghost everybody here with the 5 of Pentacles, and just figure out what your higher calling is, because that's what it's telling you. There's something profound here that you guys need to accomplish, but you're not going to get to that point if you keep being like self-indulgent here, or self sacrificing, or even self sabotaging. Okay, let's get one more card from this King of Cups. We have the King of Cups and the King of Cups. I wanted to see who this King of Cups was. This is like incoming. This is incoming. It's kind of like you wish for something here, and whatever this is, whoever this person is, it could be somebody, it's incoming, and there's a love connection here. Okay, that's for some of you out there. It's like a side message. That's what I have for you, pile number 1. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You guys chose Devoted, number 12. So this could signify that you need to be more devoted to your plans for the future, but this new path, a divine path for you guys I'm seeing, is that it's going to require more devotion from you. Okay. She has like these beautiful like markings on her face that I see a lot of indigenous people put on their face, like these tattoos that symbolize different things for them. So it's kind of like being devoted to some sort of a higher calling, or following your, like, the path of your ancestors. Maybe could be something to do with that, but we'll clarify and find out more information. First, let's get more messages for pile number 2. Okay, just gonna move that a little bit. Okay. Spirit, pile number 2. Show us what they need to know for their divine path. Wise. Okay, and we have alchemic. So this is like kind of like, I'm seeing here you needing to connect with nature as well. With wise, it's kind of like listening to your ancestors. And also alchemic is kind of like transmuting some energy into something else, right? But also with the turtle, like the turtle also has beautiful markings on it as well, so that could symbolize something for you guys. Bottom of the deck we have aligned, committed, and the goddess. So aligned, it's kind of like becoming aligned with your true self or your higher self here. Let's see what the guidebook has. Number 12. Let's see what messages it wants to tell us. This is the wrong guidebook. Okay, this guidebook, number 12. Here we go. So, devoted. This is about self-knowledge and expression. So, it says the keywords here are commitment, well-being, radiance, partnership, and connection. So, it says this card invites you to commit to projects that inspire and resonate with you, and of which you will be proud. Invest yourself wholly. Be thorough and attentive. Be a perfectionist. Be conscientious and listen to your heart. Your projects will be filled with positive energy. Make room for your personal and private life. Take care of yourself. Help people who need it by bringing them a fresh pair of eyes. Encouraging them and showing them benevolence and recognition. Counsel them by listening to your intuition. And even your presence will give them momentum. Still, don't forget to prioritize yourself by nurturing your ambitions, wishes, and deepest desires. Using visualization and positive thoughts and emotions, feel how success is like a bud about to open. Surround this bud with love, to infuse and model it on an energetic level. Collaborate with others, establish partnerships, and work collectively. We are stronger together, and combining ideas with people, skills, and energies makes for quicker progress. Keep watch to ensure harmony, understanding, and positive communication within the group. So the challenges for you are: use your intuition to choose one of these tools or invent one of your own. It says bring a project to life, set intentions for new or existing projects, then imagine it growing and expanding. Water it with positive energy, words, and light. Bring your perspective to a project. Offer benevolent energies to another project that needs them. It says forge ties between people who you feel have things or goals in common. This card invites you to connect the yin and yang inside you. Your masculine and feminine energies balance and unite their forces to obtain equilibrium. Find what resources you need to flourish and develop your inner completeness. This state of fullness will nourish you to your very cells. You may be called to shed light on male-female conflicts around you. Send benevolence and positive intentions and visualize these two energies fully connecting with and embracing each other to overcome and transform ancestral resentment. So this is kind of like maybe healing your ancestral line, something along those lines, right? Something about like your ancestry, like maybe seeking guidance from your elders, right? With wise and alchemic here, alchemic. It says, so the challenge is for you. It says, list which adjectives best define you when you feel yin, feminine, and yang, male energy. See if they mesh well together or if they collide or conflict. Strive to remedy these imbalances and recover your inner harmony. Following your intuition, offer to help partners, couples, colleagues, or siblings who have trouble cooperating. So yeah, this is about like bringing peace to your lineage. This could be your divine path, bringing peace, healing ancestral trauma as well. So let's see, wise is number 31. Like with this card, I'm getting that this may seem kind of daunting to heal ancestral trauma, but I'm getting here that you have it within you, because just by healing yourself, you've healed the people that came before you. Okay? That's all you need to do, is just heal yourself. Make peace with the parts of you that you feel resentment towards, right? Make peace with the parts of you that feel like you've been treated unfairly, or that your ancestors have been treated unfairly in the past. Okay, let's see. This is wise. This is resources and qualities. So keywords: comprehension, maturity, and perspective. Okay, you are invited to recognize particular qualities you possess and develop or strengthen in others. If these qualities bother or frighten you, try to understand why. If you hold fears or memories or old experiences or beliefs are being revived, set intentions to work on and release these things. You are rational and logical. You can create and establish strategies to bring projects to life, respond to your desires, manage your life differently, or help others. Your pragmatic side lets you get straight to the point. You are not plagued by hesitation, and you make plans quickly. Your strong and powerful inner impulses help you to act quickly or help others. You are shrewd and reasonable, preferring to observe before acting or speaking. Your self-assurance is such that it counsels, reasons, and convinces anyone. You can be influential because people trust you and rely on your wisdom when they need a clear, defined, and uplifting direction. You are disciplined and patient, relying on your intellect by harnessing it to your projects. Whatever happens, if you get involved, stay the course. Remain committed and resolute, even when everything seems to crumble or go wrong, or if others jump ship. Through your observation, acumen, and sharp analysis, you can remodel things if needed to get them back on track or give them a new twist. You preserve yourself. Your natural ability for emotional distance helps you shield yourself from the outside world and remain in touch with your inner self. Especially, you don't let yourself be destabilized, offended, or weakened by acquaintances or people close to you. You can remain centered despite frequent demands of the outside world. And then it says, do any of these reminders frighten you? Do any of them awaken any unpleasant or uncomfortable thoughts inside you? If the answer is yes, ask why is that? Ask yourself if it concerns fears, memories, old experiences, or unconscious beliefs. Take time to name those things. Then renounce your fears with a loud yes. Choose to embody the person you are deep inside. You know what is there, hidden under layers of fears and negative experiences. From now on, embody this beautiful person in your thoughts, words, and actions. Beautiful. So this is about like listening to yourself, because you've built yourself to a point where you can actually trust yourself when your intuition tells you something, right? Because your intuition is kind of like comprised of like all these like ancient things, like ancient mechanisms within us that made us to the humans that we are today, right? Your intuition is not just something that you should ignore. 25, alchemic. 25, 26, 25. Okay. So this is about transformation, transcendence, and magic. So it says here, you are invited to recognize particular qualities you possess and develop or strengthen others. If any of these qualities bother or frighten you, try to understand why. If you hold fears or memories or old experiences or beliefs that are being revived, set intentions to work on and release these things. And then it says, you transform lead into gold. Like a fairy with a magic wand, you can bring lightness where things seem heavy, joy where there is sadness, and light where there is shadow or darkness. Use this power to beautify your own life, but also to bring positive energy where it's right and needed. By offering a sincere smile, giving advice, adding color, or playing festive music, but take care not to slide into savior syndrome or codependency. You know your strengths and express them. You aren't ashamed of showing and expressing your qualities or being in the spotlight. You don't fear judgment, jealousy, or being criticized. You are proud of your aptitudes or character traits that let you fulfill your potential and even know success in society or at work. Your qualities may help you succeed at tasks or carry out wonderful projects for yourself, ambitious projects that may inspire others. You use your polarities to inspire your actions, such as being gentle and delicate, but also cheerful and dynamic. You can rough things out and pay attention to detail, and you can stay focused and assiduous, as well as being light and detached. Don't hesitate to play with these polarities in your personal projects, collective endeavors, or relationships. Sway joyfully and enjoy expressing your polarities in harmony and balance. Do any of these reminders frighten you? Do any of them awaken anything unpleasant or uncomfortable inside you? If the answer is yes, why is that? Ask yourself if it concerns fears, memories, old experiences, or unconscious beliefs. Take time to name these things and then renounce your fears with a loud yes. Choose to embody the person you are deep inside, who you know is there, hidden under layers of fears of negative experiences. From now on, embody this beautiful person in your thoughts, words, and actions. This is beautiful. So it's letting me know that your divine path here is to heal your past, heal your ancestral line. This could be by getting into therapy, but also just speaking to the elders in your family, right? With wise here, with the wise owl. And then alchemizing that into something that will open up a path for you. So this could be like you doing like some sort of coaching, or because you've been through the experiences that a lot of people are currently going through, and they need someone to guide them as well. So that's what I see here as your divine path. But let's get the tarot and get more information here. Spirit, palette number 2. What is their divine path? What more information do they need? We have the 9 of Cups, and we have the Page of Cups. So this right here is kind of like you sitting with wish fulfillment. Like something happened here, like you got yourself to a point where you're kind of satisfied with the place that you are in right now, or with the amount of work that you've done. But you're also fantasizing about that last cup in the 10 of Cups. This is you fantasizing. It's like there's more to this puzzle kind of thing, right? And it's going to require you to kind of be a beginner in chasing this new stuff, right? So let's see what else. We have the Devil. Interesting. we have the Devil, the Ace of Cups, the Star, the Lovers. We have the Two of Wands. Okay, I'm just gonna move this a little bit so we have some space. Okay, we have the Lovers, the Two of Wands, and then we also have the Eight of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so it's saying here that this last cup that you guys are looking for, it's coming. The universe will give it to you. But first there's this Devil energy that's in between it, and you might feel like this is something that's not attainable because there's something toxic here that's kind of holding you back. I'm not sure what that is. We're going to clarify and find out. But I see here with the Star, it's something here that requires a lot of healing to happen. Okay, and the Lovers, right? These two cards are like divine counterparts, because you can see this is the shadow and this is the light. So it's kind of like it's going to require you to alchemize this energy with the alchemic card. Alchemize this energy and pour that love into yourself. Okay? And instead of being toxic to yourself or having these negative thoughts that the Devil usually has, you're going to transmute that and kind of have this light energy about you. Like, turn that into positive thoughts, right? Because that is what's going to lead you into a new direction with the Two of Wands and get you out of this Eight of Swords. Right? This is all like insecurity, something that you've weaved for yourself. You've put yourself in this cage. You put your heart in this cage, right? And the snake, do you see the snake, how it's like from the Devil? There's a snake in the Devil and it kind of captured your heart, right? Do you see these? And also the Lovers, like there's a snake here, and it's saying that like snakes are like about shedding the past. Right? Everything became lighter. Like this heavy energy became lighter as you pour it into yourself. A lot of self-love here. Okay? A lot of healing. You need to heal whatever this is, because this is what's in between you getting to that final cup. Okay? Yeah. And then the next cards are Six of Wands, Victory, and the Six of Pentacles. We have two sixes here. And six, the Lovers. Right? Sixes are about victory, but they're also, if there's three sixes, right? That's like obviously the number of the beast, but like not only that, it's actually about like listen to your thoughts. Basically, make sure that your thoughts, like watch your thoughts is what I'm trying to say here. Make sure they're not negative. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing here. When you see like three sixes, it's telling you that you need to watch your thoughts because you're currently manifesting. Okay? The King of Cups at the bottom of the deck, the Emperor, the Knight of Wands, and the Empress. Wow. Okay, so it's saying here the Hierophant. The Seven of Pentacles. So it's saying here that for those of you who are currently in a connection here, this could be something very, very powerful. This is like a very powerful connection, the Devil and the Lovers. It's like something that's kind of held you captive, like in the Eight of Swords. Okay? And I see it here. This is the reason is because there's a lot of love in this. But the thing that's holding this person back that you're dealing with, that you could be dealing with, from like getting to this Hierophant is the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is somebody who's flighty. They're very immature. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like it's something that you have to be patient towards. But for those of you who are not looking or dealing with a love connection here, it's saying here that this is something that you're absolutely going to love. Whatever this divine path is for you guys, it's something that you're going to love, that you're going to end up balancing your yin and yang here. There's a yin and yang. This is the divine masculine, divine feminine. Okay? You need to pour love into it, but also have this lighthearted energy about it as well. Right? So Your yin and yang is going to be balanced. And this is you kind of like the Hierophant is the connection from the ethers to the earth. Okay, from heaven to earth. Like with those keys, he brings things down. And this is like kind of like the gates. This is the 9 of Pentacles. Like these are the golden gates that you're going to be walking through. 9 of Pentacles is usually the lady with her pentacles. Like she's independent, right? 2 of Swords is kind of like being in denial about what's to come, but it's asking you to alchemize this energy with the Temperance and have that patience. Okay, we have the 5 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. It's like walking away from any sort of mind games that somebody's been playing with you, or you've been playing on yourself. Okay, or any sort of confusion that you've been dealing with. So I'm going to clarify further for you guys. I'm just trying to move this to the side to make sure everything's in view. Let's clarify for pile number 2. Okay, why is this flipped over already? Okay. Spirit, let's clarify further for pile number 2, please. Show me what this devil energy is. Yeah, see, it's keeping you away from this 10 of Cups. This is what the devil energy is. Okay, there could be somebody here that you see as like your end all be all, but there's a toxicity between you guys. This could be like a karmic connection that's holding you from your actual divine connection here, right? Something here is not in balance, okay? And the Hierophant is here to let you know that they're here to let you know that I'm getting like heaven is watching. Divine masculine. This is control. Somebody could be controlling, or you need to take control. Okay, show me the Lovers. What is this Lovers? The Lovers is the Star and the Knight of Cups. So this is something that you definitely need to heal. It's like the Star twice. It's like you need to heal this. You could be an Aquarius, or you could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Gemini. You also have Capricorn, Aries, a Pisces. So it's telling you here to listen to your intuition, do some more research on this person or what you need to figure out about this situation. The Knight of Pentacles is like, it could be a love offer, but also it could be you taking this cup and moving forward with it. Okay, what is this 8 of Swords? King of Pentacles. You could be dealing with a Taurus. But the King of Pentacles is all about stability. You guys could be insecure about your stability here. And you want something to be perfect. But also you're hasty about it over here. Or it could be this King of Pentacles wants to rush in. Or this King of Pentacles has rushed out. That could be it also. But 3 of Pentacles, this is you kind of taking the lead here to work on these pentacles, like work on your craft here, work on what it is that your spirit is calling you to do. Okay, Page of Pentacles and Death. So what I'm getting here is this, you need to start new. You need to have this Page of Pentacles energy. He's kind of like the student also. And death is like letting me know that the transformation needs to happen. Something needs to end completely. You need to walk away from something that is no longer emotionally fulfilling you, right? And you need to alchemize this energy with the Temperance. Because once you do that, you're creating a brand new energy field, okay? And you're manifesting. Not only that, you're calling to your manifestation through the Empress. The Empress is abundance. She's about abundance. She's the divine feminine. Okay? Like with the Devil and the Emperor here, this could have been you in your masculine, trying to really get things done. But it's asking you to alchemize this energy and like bring in the yin to your yang, which is your feminine energy. Okay? And you're giving birth to a new energy here. The King of Swords with the Moon. It's like something you don't see coming, but it's like in your subconscious, like you have these fears of maybe not having balance in your life. But I see that ending with the sun. Like the sun will rise again is what I'm hearing. Because the moon, it's like in your subconscious, but I see you guys fulfilling your destiny here. We also have the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay? This is being independent, being in your path, and being happy in it, right? So, I mean, there's something here that's keeping you guys stuck with the Devil energy, but I see you guys kind of healing that and coming out of that energy and being victorious in letting go of this Eight of Swords energy, which is like insecurities or like being stuck in your head or in self-sabotage and all these things. You're bringing balance to it. Okay? This balance is going to be emotionally fulfilling for you guys. It's going to be a new beginning, an enlightened new beginning once you alchemize this energy and see it in a different light. Okay? So that is what I have for you, pile number 2. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Hi there, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So you guys chose Generous, and this is like green represents like the heart chakra for me. So I'm seeing you also connecting with nature a little bit here, and also being creative during the nighttime for some of you. But with Generous, it's kind of like you know that you have an abundance. This is like wheat. Wheat represents like abundance. So you feel like you have an abundance of resources around you perhaps, or an abundance of love to give. And you're being, I think that's what it is. It's like love to give here. And you're giving that. You're being generous with that energy. Okay, it's number 24. So let's see what other messages we have. Okay, Spirit, show us the other messages that want to come out for pile number 3. I don't know if we should take all these, but it says committed, we have aligned, and we have threatened. I wonder what that's about. Okay, so we also have inspiring at the bottom of the deck. So, okay, so we have committed. Something here, you're being generous with your heart or with your energy. And this is giving you a sense of commitment, fulfillment, with someone here. This could be commitment to yourself or commitment to a project, commitment to anything that you're starting. Okay, and it's also making you feel aligned. Okay, but there's something here that's making you feel threatened. There's like tears, there's lightning. We'll see what this is about. Let's get some messages from the guidebook. So this is number 24, generous. Okay, generous. It says abundance, generosity, security, maternity, and youthful spirit. It says use your ability to create abundance in your life and the lives of others by working for things that are right, that have called you, and in which you invest yourself, body and soul. Energies will prosper around you. Say aloud yes to simplify and to simplicity and fluidity, because things don't need to be difficult or complicated. Everything can be fine and unfold well. And the resources you need may appear suddenly, as if by magic. Don't forget that the divine always works backstage. Have faith in the generosity of energy flows and be generous yourself so the law of resonance may operate. If you show generosity, your being will radiate it and then attract it in. Express your maternal instincts. You don't need to be a mother to connect with these instincts. The energies of gentleness, maternity, and care can bring warmth, security, and love to anyone, including yourself. You can express these instincts through what you radiate, as well as tender gestures, little kindness, pleasant words, kind looks, and sincere smiles. Show youthful spirit. Allow new ideas to burgeon inside you and your creativity to express itself by showing generosity, having a novel and fresh outlook, letting yourself be filled with childlike wonder and sparkling with happiness. Bring dynamism where people and situations appear to stagnate and energy no longer flows. Your freshness of spirit can be a magic wand waved into bleak places or situations, bringing youth and renewal, brightness, liveliness, and energy into things, people, and situations. So it says, visualize abundance all around you. Let me see if this is okay. So it says, visualize abundance all around you. Dare to dream big with your heart, not your ego, so things may manifest. Imagine and feel that benefits can come to you from everywhere and surround you. Create and receive abundance for yourself or for others. If you are involved in other people's projects, boost or help people to manifest what their souls need to fulfill their potential. Invest yourself in a nutrition project to create a world in which food is healthy, vibrant, nourishing, natural, and joyful. You can do this in the fields or kitchen or through good advice, as long as it brings a new awareness, outlook, or elevated energy into this area. Dust off a situation that needs brightening or boosting. Take things into your own hands to sort or tidy them, or bring freshness, energy, colors, ideas, and motivation. Yeah, so then it says, this card appears because you can offer your support to others, accompany them calmly and optimistically, and nourish them spiritually. Your counsel is more precious than it might appear. When you listen to your intuition or your soul, your counsel is vibrant and right. You can connect the seen and unseen to encourage people to listen and to repressed parts of their beings because of wounding or childhood trauma. Listen to these people and care for them lovingly and patiently to help them and guide them towards greater spirituality and self-knowledge. So it says here, accompany someone as they explore their shadows. You could encourage that person to see a therapist or counsel them by listening to your intuition. If you feel this information is right and congruent and the person is capable of receiving it. Spend time exploring your inner world through meditation and visualization, and by paying attention to your feelings. Paint intuitively. Focus on your inner belly to connect with your depths, and paint following your intuition without trying to create anything pretty. Just painting in a way that inspires you. For instance, painting with a brush, finger, or sponge. Observe your work and feel what it is trying to tell you. So yeah, this is about, like I mentioned before, being creative and just allowing yourself to just do things without kind of being self-critical. But also, I see you guys being creative at night for most of you, for some of you. Let's see what committed is. Committed. Number 9. Okay. So this is about relationships, love, and sexuality. So it says, this card asks you to bring your relationships with yourself and others into balance. Using the points below as a guide, choose something to work on. So it says, I don't look for people who value or worship me because I don't need adulation. I only need to humbly recognize my own greatness and light. I accept my celibate status because within me I have all the qualities I look for in others. I'm capable of fulfilling my own needs. I can feel perfect fullness when alone. I don't need to be someone's wife, partner, girlfriend. Being in a love relationship will not give me greater importance or special status, or is an end unto itself. I stop idolizing others and building castles in the sky. I live in the present moment to avoid disappointments. I stop being emotionally dependent. I spend time alone to feel nourished and stimulated. I develop my autonomy. I renounce all forms of violence and stop taking out my frustration on others. Instead, I explore this anger and see what it has to teach me so I may manage, regulate, and transform it. I develop personal projects and widen my circle of female friends. I stop focusing on my love relationships. I find the strength to end a relationship in which I no longer feel fulfilled. If I've already tried everything I could to make things better. I avoid people who are too airy, immature, or prone to lying. Sexuality. It says this card invites you to change how you relate to sex. Sex is an invitation to discover, play, relax, merge with a partner, and explore your pleasure and your partner's. If you believe sex is a duty, this can stem from your past education or collective memories. It's time to revisit your sexuality so it corresponds with who you are, letting go of all preconceptions about sex. What is good or bad? What matters is for you and your sexuality to be aligned, for you to feel at peace when making love and afterwards, and for your sexuality to benefit all levels of your being. Very, very interesting. So some of you could be celibate, or you could be not dating, but you do have a lot of love to give. So you could be thinking about venturing out to finding someone, but it's asking you with this card to renew your commitment to yourself. Okay, so let's see what aligned is. Number 42. Aligned. Okay, so aligned, it says rightness, verticality, listening to yourself, and alignment. So this says focus on one thing at a time. Take your time and apply yourself to carry out your tasks. What's centered in your heart, you can listen to it without giving in to the calls of the outside world. Remain focused on what really matters to you because you can dominate your impulses. Remain serene, congenial, and warm. You are good at welcoming people and creating a pleasant atmosphere and harmonious environment. Take care of your home and those who live there. Your home is like your temple, so people should feel good there. Be at peace. You aren't particularly materialistic or power hungry. Your inner life can be rich and fertile, especially through meditation and body work, because these practices make you feel good and stay connected with your inner self. Okay, interesting. So it's telling you here to kind of like renew your commitment to yourself and remain aligned with yourself. Okay, it says here, apply yourself, not rushing those things you might tend to botch or to do or do too quickly, such as getting yourself ready or carrying out routine tasks. Take care of yourself, another person, or a place if your heart tells you to do so and you think it's worthwhile. Develop your connection with your inner self by distancing yourself from the outside world when you need to. This card reminds you that you have a great intuition and are able to perceive the essence of people and situations beyond appearances. Generally, you are in an extrasensory state. You can receive intangible information precisely. Always in search of meaning, you undertake tasks and invest your energy in activities that bring you true contentment because they nourish your heart and mind. So it says here, develop and listen to your inner feelings to try to decode situations and people. Develop and use your extrasensory abilities such as clairaudience, clairvoyance, and clear feeling. Abandon what is meaningless to you and commit to what is meaningful. That's a beautiful card here. Let's see what threatened is, number 2. Threatened is about your wounds, okay? So it's saying, it's about danger, terrors, persecution, and fear. This card invites you to recognize a wounded self deep inside you. A wounded self can originate from your past, but may also be in your cellular memory through the collective unconscious or ancestral trauma. It may be born from a lack of fulfillment or needs, be they physiological or regarding security, love, acceptance, validation, and recognition. By recognizing and healing your wounded self, you release emotional pain and conscious and unconscious fears. Inside you, there may be a wounded self who has suffered, felt threatened, or maybe even been persecuted or felt weak before powerful, ferocious, and abusive people. Your wounded self may have found itself in a delicate position which made you vulnerable and put you in danger. It may have sacrificed itself too much or given too much of itself to others. You may feel inner rushes of sadness, pessimism, or destruction towards yourself or others, or perhaps a desire for solitude, which will only serve to push you towards excessive introversion. You may find it difficult to open yourself to others and life in general. So there's a healing mantra for this, and it says, recite this mantra regularly until you feel something has changed inside you. You need to say, I am safe, the world around me is generous and benevolent towards me. I am safe, the world around me is generous and benevolent towards me, right? Like you have all this generosity around you right here, but you also feel like the world is harsh out there, right? Like you've cultivated this amazing person that you are within you, and you feel like within you because of the fact that you've been through a lot, right? You've kind of like healed yourself and aligned with yourself to the point where you know that other people may need your generosity and your love, but you also kind of have to protect yourself because you know that the world outside is threatening and they can just take from you. Okay, visualization for this card is visualize yourself being safe in the middle of the world. Imagine a warm sun, a peaceful bubble surrounding you. This is pushing away any danger you might have felt or still feel by blowing the danger away from you and others like clouds. Repeat this visualization until you feel joy at being a part of the brotherhood and sisterhood of humanity. That all danger is past and that you're completely at peace with the lightness in your heart. Very interesting. Very interesting message for you guys. So this is about kind of you coming to this place where you've healed and you've aligned yourself and you're trying to protect yourself, but also you still don't feel safe, right? Some of you may still not feel safe because of how you were treated in the past, right? But because you were treated that way in the past, you've become this person who can give this healing energy to other people who need it. Okay, Let's see what the tarot has. Let's clarify further. These are too many cards. Spirit, show us what pile number 3 needs to know. We have the 8 of Swords. This is what you've been through in the past, and it's kind of put you in like this cage that you've created for yourself, where you kind of like you kind of want to be in solitude, but also you want to give to others, right? This is like kind of like isolating yourself. It's kind of like isolating your heart here, right? We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Queen of Wands. We also have the 10 of Wands, a heavy burden. We have the 10 of Swords, the ending. And we have the 2 of Pentacles. And finally we have the 8 of Wands. So with this Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands, it's telling you here that you need to focus on the energies here. This is the 5 of Swords. It's kind of like, are you playing mind games with yourself? Right? This is the 8 of Cups. It's like walking away from what is no longer serving you here. Okay, we're walking away to the 7 of Cups, where you feel like you have more options, right? You could have more options here. 5 of Pentacles. This is about having spiritual faith. Okay, so having faith in yourself. I'm just moving these over. So with the Queen of Swords, like I feel like mentally you've put yourself through a lot, but here she has her sword down. Like it's telling you here to put your guard down, right? Like you're finally allowing yourself to put your guard down here, because you know that you have a lot to give and a lot to offer and a lot to say. Okay, that's happening in your mind. Do you see how both of them have their eyes downward? They're kind of like surrendering a little bit with this energy. Like the Queen of Swords knows her truth, and she's someone who is really straightforward, straight to the point, but also she is like, she knows what she needs to hear here. Okay. The Queen of Wands, like the Queen of Wands is like known as the witch, right? She can bring anything into manifestation, anything into the reality, right? And here we see her like with her holding her wand in this like beautiful dress with sunflowers behind her, and the sun, and the sunflowers are usually like, they follow the sun, so it's kind of like following your true north here. We have 2 queens here, so it's kind of like letting me know that you're in your feminine energy. Like you need to start being in your feminine energy, which is like receiving as well. It's like, yes, you have a lot to give, but also be open to receiving. So we have 2 tens here, which symbolize endings, like endings of this burden that you're feeling, and ending of this heavy mental energy. It's like something that has been kind of thought over and over and over and over again, to the point where there's no corners left to stab here, right? It's like a harsh ending to something, but also it symbolizes new beginnings, right? So like I'm seeing here that like the Queen of Swords corresponds to this 10 of Swords. It's like only you have been able to, like, I'm hearing abuse yourself mentally, like through your thoughts here. It's telling you to basically end this energy. Okay, and also the Queen of Wands, something that like these two correspond to each other, like they're Wands energy. right? You don't want to go from this, like, you don't see your whole potential here. Like, I feel like you're only seeing these heavy energies here, right? But it's also, I'm also seeing it as like, on the outside you have yourself together, but on the inside it's kind of like you're burdened a lot. Okay, like, because the energy, the initial energy that came out was the Eight of Swords, and it's kind of like a prison that you created for yourself around your heart. Like, nobody can come in and break through this energy except you. You need to release yourself. Okay, so on the outside you guys might look like you have everything together, but this is what's happening on the inside, in your mind, in your heart. Okay, so it's a lot of burden energy. The Two of Pentacles comes in to tell us that you're constantly like in a state of like limbo here. You're kind of juggling between these two energies of burden, maybe love and fear. It's like, I know that I have a lot to give, but also I'm afraid, right? You have a lot to give, but also afraid of offering it to people, or you're afraid that people might abuse your generosity. Okay, and that's a valid concern, honestly, but it's telling you here to, like, this is like an 8, which symbolizes also abundance, but also it symbolizes the infinity symbol, which is like we're in a constant state of change and things are always changing. Like, you're not going to have to deal with the same people over and over again, right? You move on with your life at different points in your life, right? And the Eight of Wands is kind of like sending up arrows of what you want to manifest. It's like this is sending up your manifestation and your wishes to the universe and hoping they come back to you. And I'm seeing that they will come back to you. And hoping they come back to you. Look at that. We have the Queen of Swords again. And we also have the Queen of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. So all these like Queen's energies is like a lot of feminine power around you. Like a lot of feminine energy around you here, right? You're also trying to be very logical with how generous you can be, right? Because you are in a state of like fulfillment. Like, you are happy with where you are currently, but you want to be generous, right? That's what we all want to do. We want to be of service to others, but also we need to be careful. The Two of Cups. It's like you want to give it to the right person here. You want to share this abundance with the right person. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles, and like after this ending comes a new beginning. And the Two of Wands. It's going to allow you to look into a new direction here. Okay. Okay. We have the Ace of Wands, brand new beginning. Like, see, after these endings, like, the universe will never leave you in lack. Whenever a door closes, another one opens. Okay, look at that. New beginnings. Okay, look at that with the Chariot and the Ten of Pentacles. It's like, how could you ask for more after that? You know, like the Ten of Pentacles, the Chariot. It's like being divinely guided towards the Ten of Pentacles, which is ultimate like fulfillment. Like, this is safety, security, like the safety, the insecurity that you've been fearing here, or that you've been wanting. Like, you don't feel safe to share this generosity with. This is what's happening. You're going to be led to that. Okay, like, it's going to be such an abundant future if you share it with the right person, and only you can discern that by listening to your intuition. Okay. Yep, look at that, the Sun and the World. Okay, the Sun is like the happiest card in the deck. It amplifies all the cards beside it, okay, around it even. Like, you're going to be so happy, you guys. Like, these are two of the happiest cards of the deck, the Sun and the World, like right next to each other. This is like the universe saying, whatever it is you're worried about, whatever it is that you feel like you are concerned about here. Like, I see, like, look at that, 3, like, all these amazing cards. Actually, all of them are amazing, to clarify. Okay, and it's like bringing a successful ending, like feeling like you've come out a whole new person, somebody who can share your thoughts and emotions and feelings and generosity, whatever it is, right? Like, no more this energy of somebody who is only here to use you, or people who have been here only Tuesday, they're kind of like in and out. It's like the ending of that, right? And a new beginning. Like people who have broken your heart in the past and made you, or abused your emotions and made you feel like you can't feel free to open up. Like your divine path here is to keep holding on and keep being strong and keep persevering through all that energy, because you're doing great here. Like this is really great energy. The only thing that's kind of like stopping you from sharing that is the fact that you don't feel safe right now to share your gift, share your presence with people. And so it's kind of kept you in a solitary energy. But I do see somebody here coming in that is going to allow you to open up. It's going to allow you to open up to have this ultimate wish fulfillment and abundance. Okay, that is what I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Hi, pile 4. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys chose creative number 30, and this is such a beautiful card here that you guys chose. So creative, it's kind of like sense of like being on vacation here. You guys could be going on vacation, but also needing like a mental vacation, maybe even to bring your creativity back is what I'm getting. But also like going to a new place, or like just doing something new. Like there's like a canoe in the back here. It's kind of like allowing yourself to go outside of your comfort zone to bring back that creativity. Or this could be you feeling very creative in different spaces, right? So number 30 here. Let's get more messages to find out more. Spirit for pile number 4, please. We have a demanding and the goddess. That's so interesting. That's 34, 43. It's like mirroring numbers. Okay, so demanding and the goddess. That's interesting. And then at the bottom of the deck we have abused, unrecognized, and lacking. So that could be like what you guys are feeling right now. Let's get some more messages. So it says demanding with seahorses here, like underwater, and demanding, like there's something that could be needing your attention, or people around you that have been demanding and draining your energy. Okay, and then we also have the goddess. Like the goddess is, I think in the oracle book it says that the goddess is like all the queens put together. Okay, so let's get more information and see what this is about. We have creative number 30. Creative. So this book is about spontaneity, creativity, renewal, opportunities, and mindfulness. So it says, be creative. You have a talent, perhaps still hidden or already revealed, teeming inside you, just waiting to be expressed in the service of grace and beauty. It says, you don't need to intellectualize this talent, only to release it freely. Spontaneously, forgetting all constraints. There's no need to apply yourself or reach a goal. Simply express the impulse you feel, your heart's aspirations and desires. Create without a particular reason, expectation, or judgment. Work naturally and lightly, staying confident your creativity will free itself wonderfully. Reinvent yourself and invite others to do so. Leave the past behind you and respond to the flow that calls to you. Remembering that magic operates when you're confident and when you surrender to the universe, joyfully and unrestrainedly. Take this time to observe whether doors are opening for you, if opportunities are presenting themselves in your work, finances, or relationships, to create and manifest a life that is completely you. Meeting the calls of your soul and your deepest impulses. Staying allied with your intuitive creativity will help you bring a new world to life and help women to create new professions and ways of doing things without needing past or habitual labels. It says, enjoy the present moment by taking time to enjoy life's small pleasures consciously, moderately, and rightly. Simply appreciate and savor what is. Feel the elements, fire, air, water, and earth around you and inside you in what you eat and what you see. Then connect with your senses and feel immense gratitude for what they perceive. It says, create intuitively and spontaneously without looking for a particular result or perfection. And with joy and letting go, connect with your creation and feel what it expresses to you. Dare to say yes to new things. Seize opportunities that present themselves, or imagine your own way of doing something specific, such as reinterpreting a usual recipe, healing energy treatment song, or use of an object. Make a list of things for which you feel grateful for, such as people you feel lucky to know, songs you love, and dishes you adore. Develop your mindfulness. Whether you are vacuuming or taking a walk, be in the present moment. Feel things without letting your thoughts take over or analyzing anything. Be fully here and now. This card appears because you have creative power in material objects. You can make answers to your needs appear swiftly for your spiritual fulfillment. If you want something truly and deeply with your whole heart and your soul, you have the energy and determination to make what you want manifest quickly. It says, write a list of things that are necessary to your personal spiritual growth, or that will help you to realize your potential. Then, with every fiber of your being, maintain the intention to see things appear in reality in the form of opportunities, gifts, or something else. Use the power of visualization to help you manifest something that is essential to you, something you want more than anything. Taking care that the call comes from your soul, not your ego. Cast aside anything that is contrary to or might hinder your realization or fulfillment or the manifestation of your soul's desires. For this, take time to define these things, then visualize yourself saying no to them, sincerely moving them aside and replacing them with luminous energies. Very interesting. So this is what your divine path is calling you to do. Just like hone in your creativity and just be creative without the need to be perfect. Okay. Then we have number 43, demanding. So this is a shadows card, and it says the key words of this is detachment, obstinacy, judgment, and control. And this card, it says that this card invites you to work on your shadow side. This is the dark part of your being, which expresses itself through negative character traits. Embrace your shadows without judgment, benevolently and lovingly. When you act from darkness, part of you is in pain, and your ego is setting up protective strategies to preserve you. So let's see. It says reflect upon the traits in which you recognize yourself. You are invited to regulate excesses in your personality for greater inner peace and joy. You can be too detached from or lack compassion for other people and situations. You refuse to create ties and be attached. You prefer to remain individual. You aren't there for others because you struggle to truly involve yourself with them or take a place in their lives. You can be obstinate, stubborn, and close-minded, and sometimes too arrogant. You sometimes act without thinking and impulsively reject people who try to take their time. You have trouble asking for forgiveness. You consider your actions, considering your actions, and you don't like thinking about or questioning what you've done. You can be too critical. You pass hasty judgments, and you tend to observe everything to see what can be fixed or improved. You can be too rigid. You lack spontaneity, flexibility, and submission. Perhaps change is difficult for you. You prefer to plan and carry things out as you've always done. This reassures you because you like to control things to prevent them from escaping you. Do you recognize yourself in any of these traits? If the answer is yes, can you recognize why you act this way and what you're trying to protect yourself from? It says, the wisdom of this card is connect more with your emotions by dwelling more in your heart and less in your head. When you act, remain in touch with your inner self. Take care of your inner child by playing, feeling, remaining carefree, letting go, and slowing down. Connect to your body and mind. They'll tell you when it's time to stop and be gentle with yourself. Don't wait until you're wounded or ill to slow down. Stop judging others. Be understanding and accept people and situations as they are, even if they seem imperfect to you. Forgive yourself and others easily. Be flexible, open-minded, and available to receive advice, opinions, or criticisms from the outside world when it is constructive and benevolent. What intentions can you set, or what commitments can you make? So it's basically saying here that you don't want to be vulnerable enough to follow your path here, which is something to do with creativity. And so you kind of mask it by being like judgmental towards others, or being kind of like not like, basically you kind of don't want other people to judge you because you're a perfectionist. And so this is what your shadow side is telling you. Like, don't be so judgmental of other people and how they do things, just because you would do them in a different way, but also to take a leap of faith in following your path. And only you know what that is, but it has to do something with being creative and honing that creativity. It says here, like, you can be like, you can lack compassion for other people and situations, and that keeps you kind of closed-minded to being creative. So you kind of have to maybe open up and listen to other people's stories, and that can like inspire you to be more creative. But we'll clarify and see what this is about. It says here, finally, we have the Goddess, number 43. So, okay, the Goddess. Okay, so it says, this card embodies the sacred feminine in all its splendor and light. The Goddess possesses all 7 archetypal energies present in this oracle: the Amazon, the matriarch, the child woman, the maternal woman, the sensual woman, the accomplished woman, the mystic woman. So the keywords in this is unity, alliance, healing, potential, realization, and recognition. Okay, so it says here, the Goddess knows her resources, qualities, and strengths. She taps into them and realizes her potential, flourish, and find fulfillment in life. She expresses these resources, qualities, and strengths fearlessly and unashamedly, with rightness of the heart. The Goddess is aware of her wounds, taking care to treat them so they don't become obstacles. Her aim is to continue to grow and elevate herself. Each day, the Goddess frees herself further from the past memories to connect with her original essence and embody her future nature found in her innermost being. The Goddess has healthy, balanced, nourishing, and fulfilling relationships, as well as work, love, and sexual relationships, in which she can always be herself. The Goddess is aware of her shadows. She observes them benevolently and from a distance to free herself from them and head towards greater light. The Goddess's chakras are open and regulated so she can shine and express the different dimensions of her being. Finally, the Goddess has deep self-knowledge. She knows who she truly is, and she lives authentically and uniquely. She is connected to her true essence, so she may express herself fully. This card invites you to become aware of your qualities, strengths, and resources. Treat your wounds. Bring harmony into your relationships. Transform your shadows. Open and regulate your chakras. Recognize yourself in all your splendor and deep essence, expressing yourself freely in your words and actions, and be authentic. So, okay, so it says here, there's an exercise to do. Okay. So there's an exercise in this book, but we're not going to do it because it's basically given us the gist that this is how you become kind of like self-aware of your shadows, because this is the obstacle between being creative and being self-actualized as this creative person, right? So it's basically saying that you need to become aware of your shortcomings and the things that are sabotaging you currently from fulfilling your path. Okay, let's see what the tarot has. Spirit, tell us what pile number 4, what their divine path is. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Star. Wow, 2 major arcanas. We have the Lovers. 3 major arcanas. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the King of Pentacles. Let me just move all this over. Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Wands. So you're looking at going down a new direction here, or Spirit is trying to guide you towards a new path. Okay, like Temperance here, it's kind of like asking you to, if you're feeling stuck or you're feeling like you're uninspired or whatever it is, just kind of have patience, but also create a new energy here. Okay, it's all about the balancing those energies and create a new energy. There's a new opportunity here for you it could be in love, or it could be in a career that you're going to love, or in a path that you're going to love. Like, it's asking you to choose and follow the path that you're passionate about. Okay, Judgment, this is a wake-up call for you. The Devil, something obsessive here with the Ten of Pentacles. So it's you're basically going to love this so much that you're going to start working so hard, because the devil is kind of telling you that that you're like, the devil is kind of like being like obsessed with work, or like overworking, like you need to work as hard as the devil kind of thing, because the devil works hard. But also we have like Judgment, and the devil is kind of like waking up from whatever is kind of keeping you stuck as well, right? Because this is the Angel and the Devil and the Judgment, right? It's kind of like trying to wake you up to the Ten of Pentacles. This is something that it's going to give you like that financial freedom. Ten of Pentacles to the Fool, that's what I'm getting. And the Hermit, it's like, this is something that you're going to need to take your time to contemplate here, right? The Star is in his lantern and it's lighting his way. But he also has like the staff here, which represents the Wands for me. So Wands energy is like all about passion. It's like you really love this passion that you're going to embark on, this new path that you're going to embark on, but it's also going to be something that you want to do for the rest of your life. Okay, because do you see like how she's kind of like gray in here? It's kind of something that just has taught her so many lessons in her life. The Hermit here is a woman, so that's why I'm seeing her, but you could be a man and watching this as well. So that's what I see for you at the bottom of the deck. But the Wheel of Fortune says to me that this is destiny. This is your destined path here. Okay, it's like the wheel is turning in your favor finally, right? With the Star, it's kind of like a wish fulfillment, something that you've wished for. Okay, the Lovers is like saying that this could be like a huge choice that you need to make. But it's better to choose the Lovers than the Devil. They're kind of divine counterparts, but like the Lovers is kind of like with the angel. The angel is guiding you, okay? It's like guiding like you to your higher self here. And this is something that you have wished for. This is something that you've prayed for with this star, and it's kind of, it's here. It's being fulfilled because destiny is bringing it in for you finally. Like, do you see the snake on here? And the snake continues into the Lovers. So, hold on, let me show you guys. There's a snake right there. And it continues on to the Lovers. It's kind of like a continuation. And now you're going to be faced with a decision here. Okay, the Page of Cups is kind of like you might feel like a little bit overwhelmed by all this energy that the universe is going to be throwing at you, but it's something that you're ready for. Otherwise, the universe wouldn't have given it to you at this point in time, or like within this year, is what I'm sensing. Okay. The Page of Cups is somebody who's kind of like looking at that, his chalice with a fish in it. It's kind of like this is his dream that he wants to bring to life. Okay, so it's finally here for you. And the Ace of Pentacles, this is going to be something that is tangible. It's your dream is finally here in the 3D reality. Okay, you're no longer thinking about this. This is coming in. This is something that you've called in, that you've manifested. And like the Pentacles are 3D energies. Okay, so it's going to take you from the Ace of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles, somebody who has mastered his earthly, this earthly realm kind of thing, right? Like you have, like you're wealthy, you're well off, but also you have that stability. Like this opportunity that's coming in from the universe, you're going to be ready, and you're going to take it all the way to the King of Pentacles is what I see for you. Okay, this is such great news. And underneath the deck, you guys also had the Ten of Pentacles. So you're taking that seed and working your way to the Ten of Pentacles. Like I'm seeing it happen like almost like immediately, because we go straight from the Ace, which is like a potential, to the Ten of Pentacles. It's like you took it and you knew exactly what to do with this creative energy. So this could be like a business that you guys want to start. I'm seeing the opportunity come in right away, and you're gonna know what to do with it. Okay, so let's get more information about this. Number 4, please. Like I'm seeing, like I'm hearing, you need to be more open-minded. That this might not come in the way that you wanted it to come, but it's going to be even better than you imagined. Okay, let's see. We have the Queen of Swords and the Three of Swords. This is Swords energy, which is really temporary. It's like in your mind, you've gone through some sort of heartbreak, and it made you put your guard up. Okay, maybe people have judged your work in the past. Something like that is what I'm getting. But you've learned to move on from that. Okay, like this is like really, really temporary energy. It's not, it's like a minor thing. Let's see, what else? This could be, honestly, after a heartbreak, you're finally taking the lead into wanting to just focus on yourself. Okay? This is going to be like something sudden is coming in. What is the Tower? It's kind of like healing after a Tower moment. Like something that kind of shattered your reality here, like of where you thought you were going. And now this has given you a big choice, a big decision. Okay? Kind of left you like wondering where you're going to go, and you might have to like kind of do this alone. Okay, the Ace of Cups, a new beginning. Two of Swords, it's kind of like being afraid. You kind of don't want to see this new beginning. You might not feel like you're ready. It's like, do I have it in me? But I see you here. This, like 2 nights is kind of like busy energy. Okay, like you're going to get to work no matter how ready or unready you are. The universe is saying now is the time. It's time to go. Okay, this is also a blessing in disguise. The universe, like Spirit is telling you this is something you wish for. Like this is like you've called it in. The Hierophant is like the connection between heaven and earth, right? You've called it in to, look at that, you've called it in. Ten of Pentacles. It's like whatever happened in the past, Judgment Call is here. Whatever happened in the past, the Wheel of Fortune, it was destined to happen the way it did, because you're meant for something greater, something bigger. Okay, this is like generational wealth. This is also something that you're really going to appreciate. It's going to turn out even better than you ever imagined. Okay. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune again. This opportunity is going to be destined for you. Okay. I mean, that's basically what they're saying. It's like, this is a destined opportunity, guys. A destined opportunity. A big choice is before you. Okay. A big choice is ahead. A big decision. Okay. And you can't be afraid. You're going to have to just make the move like quickly. Like, you're going to have to decide quickly, but also take it slow in how you pursue it. Okay. Or how you do it. Like, be more methodical about it. Like, there's no time for perfection here, even though the Knight of Swords is like a perfectionist energy. Like, you want things done efficiently and quickly. Spirit, what else does pile number 4 need to know? I'm also getting here, be kind to yourself. Okay, you could be very harsh or very judgmental to yourself. Yeah, like in your subconscious, the devil lives. Like, that's what I'm hearing. Like, in your subconscious, in like negative energy is in your subconscious here. It's something that you need to turn around and speak to yourself kindly. But also the devil with the 3 of Pentacles, it's like it's kind of like putting a fire under your ass a little bit to get a move on here. Okay. And 7 of Pentacles is letting me know that sorry, 7 of Cups is letting me know that there's so many options to choose from. Like, this is kind of like, these 2 cards are a lot of like dreamy energy. This is something that is very like illusionistic, so be careful of illusions here. It's saying like focus on like what you can do now instead of scaring yourself with the possibilities of what can come out of this, or scaring yourself with the fear of failure. Okay, like it's kind of saying like in the 3 of Pentacles, in the midst of this energy, is kind of saying like be grounded. There could be like somebody here that you're working with that is going to ground this energy. But what I'm saying is here, this is kind of like an illusion that you are not maybe capable of. Like, you think that you're not capable of this, but I see that this is completely false, because the devil is a liar. Okay, your fear is also a liar. Okay, this is something that you're afraid of. This is in your subconscious. So like you're worried. It's a worry. But bottom of the deck, look at what we have at the bottom of the deck. The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is like victory. Victory in truth. Like, follow your truth. Like, follow your true north, but also follow the signs that you're guided to follow here. And it always starts in your gut. Whenever you feel like you need to act on something, you need to act on it quickly, okay? Or else you're just going to miss the opportunity. Because swords are kind of like swift energy as well. It's like air energy. It's like air is everywhere. Well, the sun, I wanted to come out. This is going to be making you so happy. Like, there's no reason, look at that. There's no reason for you guys to be afraid of starting this new journey. Like, some of you could be in the middle of it. But holding on to like scarcity mindset here with the 4 of Pentacles is not going to serve you. Okay, like, they're telling you this is the truth. This is the truth is what you're hearing here. Okay, 3 of Wands, your ships are coming in. Something that you've waited for, right? You're kind of waiting to take action, but it's telling you here to take action. You're manifesting it. Keep manifesting. Keep your thoughts like high vibrational. Okay, high vibrational, but also look at things from a different perspective. Like, have an open mind here. Like, if something didn't work out like for the 100th time, you need to flip it on its head a little bit, or just take it from a different angle, right? This is like waiting for your harvest, and I see it coming. Like, this card, the sun amplifies all the cards around it. Okay, so you're gonna reach that finish line finally. Okay, that is what I have for you, pile number 4. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm so excited for you guys. If this resonates for you, you guys have a big choice ahead of you, and only you know what that is. Okay, so if this resonates, let me know in the comments below what that is. And I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much, pile number 4, for tuning in. Bye.